Hello guys, welcome back to Doki Literature Club. Now this time we're continuing where we are leaving our game before the I think there will be a decision after this, but without further ado, let's just go. Oh, you can use the skip button to fast forward through text you've already read. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find this tree. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining, which is me! It's Samia Kunt! Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Kunt, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, which is true, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. He wasn't wrong. This character was not wrong. I've been reading that for the past 3 days. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perked up. Look at your nose! It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. I bet you do. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri. Sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. That's actually one of the things that I love as well. I like fantasy novels. It's great ones. Love them. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. I have to agree. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yes, my lady. I do agree. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in a world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Oh, are we going Matrix style here? I'm just gonna pew! It's like there's something happen after this. When are you going to die? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Oh no. I regret asking that question as soon as possible. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I don't know why I had to snicker on that one. I don't know why. It sounds funny to me. Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you to like horror, oh, you haven't known shit, Monica. I've seen worse people that doesn't look like shit they like. Just no. Apex is a good example. Shout out to Apex. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, look at your nose, I bet you're afraid. Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. It's like, stealing glance. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? Oh, that expression change got me. What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper left behind at the last club meeting. There is no left there. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back! Oh look, there's one of the other religions we have found, the Fang. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. I think she will take that as a fucking insult right there. Sayuri sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders. I am not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? I might sound surprised that she doesn't seem like the type to do that kind of stuff. Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Yes, that is very impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? No, of course not. I wouldn't share my own poems as well. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet, are we now? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. I was about to say bullshit, but there was a little bit of truth in that. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Look at that drop. Just look at that drop. She just knows like I have dug my own grave. Why did I press this? I was... Oh, look at my flick of the wrist. I just played CSGO before this. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poem. Don't, Sayori, don't. Don't make this worse. Stop it. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. Oh, the thriller. The thriller forward lean is going in again. I have an idea, everyone. Oh, no. I have a bad idea about this. Bad feeling, not an idea. Bad feeling. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own, yay! Can I write a poem inspired by Sir Gavin Dune of Miracle of Sound because he makes the best poems? Not sponsored. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. She's doubting. She's doubting, I know you are. Both of you. Both of you, technically. Okay, there's one guy that's happy about it, at least. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Are you sure about that? Isn't that right, cunt? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there is still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back at the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forward with what has been bothering my... There is no word bothering. What's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club, and then the mic drop. No, nothing happens. Shit. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Is this the time when they just suddenly take out like kitchen knives and just I'm dead? It's just like game over, you died. No. But oh, the drop. But I'm sorry, I thought everything's just dropping down. Cunt. I swear to God that name gets me every time. You all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I, as a player, as a human being can, but this guy as a character cannot. Of course, it's the story. That is, if writing poem is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. I can just imagine an Ace Ventura face going on with this main character. It's like, alrighty then. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club, and then everybody just mic drops. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. See, they just like all rise up from down there. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayu wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. I actually had an experience of someone doing that to me. It was not cute, it was annoying. Number 2, my shoulder hurts. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. I think both me and the main character actually did want to come for the cupcakes, because, hey, it's cupcakes and it's free. I'm always for something free. And that makes it official with a thriller forward lean. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Is it a good note though? I'm not sure. Someone might die after this. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over me once more. Con, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. That's this. Just imagine someone does that lean in front of my face. It's just, ugh. I'm just gonna recoil back as fast as possible. Yeah! Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Kun, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayuri and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. And I have going home club, of course. Okay, fuck off, classes. Sure, might as well. Yay! Ta-da! The same house that we see every single day. Fuck these houses. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls: Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Or perhaps some Texas Chainsaw Massacre is going on, and then there's Jeepers Creepers, and then Why does I think about Five Nights at Freddy's? I wasn't trying to like the Friday the 13th, Freddy Krueger, not fucking Freddy Fazbear. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I have to disagree. Oh no. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. I can't wait to write a poem, guys. Oh, look. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever liked your poem the most. Are you saying that I pick the words that probably doesn't make sense as a sentence? Yeah. Existence. Flee. The sweet. The rain cloud. Melody, tragedy, friends. Marshmallow socks. I'm sorry, but out of everything, there is like rain cloud, sweet, flea, favorite, melody, tragedy, existence, friends, marshmallow socks. You are one of the most out of place as possible. What do I think is most important for me? A melody, a tragedy, a rain cloud, a vivid, what vividness? A hard choice, but I'd go with the. I'd say rain clouds are nice. I love rain clouds. I'm Sayori is happy about it. The strawberry raindrops of wrath, sticky, vacation, agonizing, heaven sent joy, vertigo. Oh, yes, vertigo. It's the vertigo. Let's go defuse the bomb. RIP for Vertigo map for not being able to be played again anymore in CSGO, as well as Aztec. RIP to all those maps that's gone from us forever. Okay, keep going. I'm sorry. Are you advertising yourself in your own game, sir? Are you advertising yourself in your own game, sir? Oh, this is covet, grief, Doki. Disown, nibble. What do I nibble? Exactly, sir. Yes. Let's not stop about that. Variance, cry, shopping, play, contamination. What contamination? Is this SCP? Contamination. Parfait, kitty, whisper, horror, rainbow, kiss, inside, anime, why not? Smile, clumsy, unrestrained, ribbon, dark, anger, misery, after image, adventure, charms. An after image. I feel strongly with this one. Vanilla, hopeless, loud, candy, infallible, mouse, faster, the giggle, probably boop, the boop, the boop, 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 boom. I give a bit of boop, I got a bit of boop, and boop, boop. Yes! That makes no sense at all with whatever I chose before, and whatever I will choose next, it will make no sense at all. That one word just doesn't make any sense. Beauty, skipping, together, comfort, despise, blanket, flower, forgive, pure, flying. Comfort. Calm, puppy, universe, dance, fickle, miracle clouds, incongruent. I claim myself to be one. Maybe. Valentine, massacre. Let's go with that. Childhood, entropy, marriage, sadness, journey, hurt like on suicide, vibrant graveyard. Trigger warning, demonetized. I might get demonetized. Not like I get any money from this, but graveyard. Why are you happy about graveyard? I have questions about you, Yuri. We have questions. Landscape, body, tenacious, shiny, love, fireflies, waterfall, bliss in the games. Yes. Headphones, cage, sing, lust. Shout out to Apex once more. Apex, shout out to you, sir. I found you again here. Embrace, family, heartbeat, poof. What's up with these weird words amongst every other things? You know what? I'm just gonna go with the fear factor. Lipstick, love, memories, summer, milk, breathe, anxiety, unending swimsuit essence. Anything that I like is milk. Lucky Piece promise sensation, fantasy, explode, sugar, spinning, fun and climax. As in story climax or other types of climax are we talking about here, but I like explosions. Michael Bay! Time, portrait, theater, happiness, visceral, extreme, extraordinary, which is me. Jumpy atone, secretive, that is me indeed. Rose, determination, depression. Oh, hello darkness, my old friend. Bunny, imagination, peaceful, meager, hope, jump. It was just ambient infinite. Papa. Papa, it's Twitch live stream time, Papa. Amazing, treasure, silly, intellectual, pink, alone, bed. You know, intellectual is just nice one. Disoriented, awesome, ocean whistle, chicks, defeat, precious, crimson, and lazy pain. This is half of me. Disoriented is half of me. Oh, nice. It's time to save. Just making sure everything's fine. Yes, everything's fine. Everything's good. Everything's happy. Let's return. Hi again, Kurt. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha 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 ha. Just doing the evil laughter with that one. Now don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. The cunt face is the man of his word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, cunt. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You, midget, pink-haired girl, for once, is correct. Sayuri told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. I was about to think that Monica is going to say, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who is actually really small, because that is going to be a really painful rebuttal. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry guys, Kon always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable, yes, praise me more, my ladies. I am a man of a very attractive properties, yes. Sayuri, that's because your room is so... Sayuri, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. I'm looking around my room right now and I think we need to talk, MC. And you almost set your house on fire once. How? How did you? How did you do that? Is that so? Don't laugh at me. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come you and Kun can become good friends too? Oh, look at that side face and fiddling with her hair. Sayuri? As usual, Sayuri seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Yes, thank you. Thank you for this. What an asshole. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayuri. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayuri made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. Yeah, this MC knows what it is. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it, if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Yes. I don't actually know what kind of book you gave to me, but if it's 50 Shades of Grey... Boy! She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri! thank you. I'll definitely read this. Why am I become FPS Russia? I enthusiasm. English is fun, guys. English is really fun. I enthusiastically take the book. This is the second time I missed the word enthusiastically. I did the same thing in the first part. Fuck me. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but to notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging through in the closet. We shall go. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah. Crap. I like the way the music just suddenly like changes. Can you imagine like there's someone playing a piano right in the corner of the room just like waiting for his cue to play? And just intently watching the characters like, is it my time yet? Is it? And as soon as it comes, you just play like nothing happens in the corner. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason, just curious. How come you have 2 copies of the same book? Ah, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. I bet you did. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. I mean, you're not talking about 50 Shades of Grey, right? Because that is not my kind of book. That's Apex kind of book. That is Key and DanielVPJ's kind of book. Shout out to you 3 assholes. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled The Portraits of Markov. How do you find this thing? Of anything, the Portraits of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. I'm sorry, is this SCP? Anyone? No one? Slenderman, no? And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Ahaha, Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, cunt? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy this kind of story, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forget that Yuri is into those things. She is so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. But then suddenly when you're told you're related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. Wow, dude. Whoa, dude. You're so far ahead. Like, whoa. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. but I feel I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Well, haven't actually, unless you said something about Hitler and about other things like that. I'd have to be concerned. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading, and that is fine, lady. Very fine. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. Ah, that's, well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you were saying you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. Again. She apologized again. I mean... Haha. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and hold my book more between the... I know where this is going. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Oh, I bet you did. I bet it is difficult, sir. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm, on the right side of the book. Now let's stop a little bit and admire the actual background here because it's good. It's good looking, standard stuff, curtains, windows, questionable position of the computer over here. Why is it facing this way? What if someone from outside just come in and then he saw you opening an hentai inside the classroom? Who knows, you need to jack one out. Right? Right? No one? No one? Okay. I do the same with my right arm, on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page, and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we are huddled even closer together than before. Can we insert the sexual saxophone melody here? Can we insert it? No? Editor? No? No? I forgot I don't have an editor. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. The question, are you ready, is just felt so wrong in the situation. What will you do? Why are you asking me, am I ready? Are you going to smash the book into my face? Is that why? To turn the page. I see. Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue to the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. No. That's a weird thing to say right there. my thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. So flamboyant. Hey, Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Do you think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. That's a dick move to say in a situation like this. That is one of many ways not to say. just you're huddled together, it's getting very romantic. You feel it's an intimate exchange, and then you say, she's more blunt in a lot of ways like you. No, that does not work well. But she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Back to your original programming. Yuri remained silent for a moment. But cunt, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. You just realized that now. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of... Oh no. It's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. Welcome to the Kookblooks clan, everyone. Welcome to the Kookblooks clan. Thank you, you giant wobbly asshole. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. Just look at her face, you're just like, no. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? Yuri, you look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alrighty. I stand up, I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, and then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxed session ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayuri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayuri is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. Judging from this one, I think she doesn't remember to do it. Did she? I don't know. I'm throwing it out. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. Ooh, classy. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Meanwhile, I sit like a failed doctor. Yeah, that's how I write. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Well, I guess before we do this, we shall save first. Ta-da! And that will be all the time that we have for today, I think. Should we continue? Should we not continue? Shall we? Shall we? Yeah, I think that's all the time we had for today. So, thank you so much for watching. I will be seeing you in the next video, but don't worry, we will find out. We will show our poem next in the next part. So, keep in touch. Thank you for going through this game with me, people, and I'll see you in the next video.